Hi guys, Shane Smith here. I hope that you are all keeping well. I have the most delicious winter warmer lined up today. I'm going to be making the absolutely gorgeous spicy tomato and chorizo soup today. So in under 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how this is really affordable to make, really easy to make, and I'm going to be using my lovely Kenwood hand blender here as well, just to speed up the process. So in under 10 minutes, hopefully, let's get started. In my pot here, I've just added in a little bit of oil. On top of that, I have some veg prepared here. So this is up to you what you like to use and eat, I suppose, in your soups. Here in this bowl I have some chopped onions, I have some chopped carrots, I have some green chilli. You tailor this on obviously how spicy you like your soups. If you like your soup really spicy, put in a whole chilli. I put in half a chilli here and that's loads for me. And as you can see, these are quite chunky and you don't need to worry about chopping them too fine because we are going to be using the Kenwood hand blender here to blitz all this up. So I'm going to push all of these into my pot here. To begin with, that sizzle, that's what you want, a nice hot pot, and that is going to obviously cook down your veg, caramelize it, get loads of flavour in there. Now, in my other little pan here, I'm just going to put a little drop of oil. I'm going to add in some chorizo. If you're a vegetarian, you can just leave this out completely, but if you want to add another element of flavour to your dish, some chorizo or even a little bit of smoked bacon or sausage is really, really nice. So into this pan here, I'm just going to put in my chorizo, again sizzling up already, and you want to crisp that up and that's going to add gorgeous texture. We're not going to be blitzing this up in the soup, we're going to be adding this to the soup afterwards, okay? So I'm just going to keep stirring through my veg here and I'm going to cook both of this until it gets crispy, about maybe 4 to 5 minutes, and the same with this until our veg starts to get soft, and we'll add in our remaining ingredients. So my vegetables have been cooking down now for about 5 minutes or so, and they have softened up really, really nicely. And again, my chorizo is crisped up, so I've just turned the heat off on that. To my vegetables, I'm going to start adding the remainder of my ingredients. And again, I just want to show you how simple this dish actually really is. For me, it's a cross between a soup and a stew. Perfect this time of year if you are looking for something fast, something affordable, and something really, really tasty. On top of my tomato puree, I'm just going to add in some paprika. That's going to add a gorgeous another layer of flavour in there. Also to the front here, I have some chopped tomatoes, just tinned tomatoes. Again, if you are going to be buying tinned tomatoes, if you buy the whole tomatoes, just give them a little chop before you add those in. So I'm just going to stir this through. And next, on top of this, I'm adding in some veg stock. So you can add in chicken stock again if you're keeping this vegetarian. You can add in veg, and this is veg. This is about 500 mils here. I'm going to pop all of that in. I'm just going to stir this through. I'm going to bring this to the boil. I'm going to check it for seasoning, and then I'm going to blitz it using my Kenwood hand blender here. And when we have a gorgeous, lovely, spicy tomato and chorizo soup base here, what I'm going to be doing is adding in some beautiful butter beans, and this is whole wheat fusilli pasta. So again, it's kind of like a mix between minestrone and a tomato soup as well. So again, cook this for about maybe, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes until all the vegetables are really soft, and then we can blitz it with our handgun here. So my soup has been cooking now for in around 15 minutes, and again, I'm just going to take this off the heat here. You basically want to cook this until the onions and the carrots and whatever vegetables that you've put into your soup base is nice and soft, and we're going to be using our Kenwood blender then just to blitz that up. With regards to the hand blender here, this is a staple, in my opinion, piece of equipment for any, I suppose, beginner cook or even intermediate or advanced. It's really great for obviously blitzing soups, really, really good for making hummus, pestos, herb oils, any of that kind of thing as well. It's just a really, really handy one. What I love about it as well is just the detachable head. Give it a wash and it's good to go again. So again, really easy to use, and again, very, very versatile and really inexpensive, which is key. So basically now I have just put my soup onto a little heat warmer here, and I'm just going to use the hand blender, and I'm going to blend up the onions and the chili and the carrots and the tomato there. So this will take about 20 seconds. That's it. again, just take off the top and pop that straight into the wash. And as you can see here, you have a beautiful smooth tomato sauce. And that is exactly what we are looking for. So again, pop that back onto the heat. And next up, we're just going to add in our remaining ingredients. So these are butter beans or lima beans, really healthy, low in calories, low in fat, high in protein, fibre, and starch. So you can just pop those in. On top of that, I'm adding some whole wheat fusilli pasta. Add any pasta that you have at home, whether that is spaghetti or the lasagna sheets. Even you can break that up. It depends. Like, you don't have to be too fussy when it comes to whatever pasta you have. Again, the linguine, the little I can't forget the name of them now. Little shell pastas. Again, all of these work really, really well in here. On top of that, I'm adding in my lovely crispy chorizo. Again, as I said earlier, bacon, sausage works really well in this. And if you are a vegetarian, just leave this out of the recipe, okay? I'm just going to stir that through. Now, you probably notice I haven't seasoned anything yet. That will all depend on how, I suppose, salty your bacon is or whatever. So I'm going to finish my soup and then I'm going to check for seasoning. What I do know that I need straight off the bat is a pinch of sugar, because tomato sauces can be quite sharp and the sugar will just cut through that as well. So I am just going to reduce my heat and I'm going to cook this until my pasta is cooked. That should take about maybe, I would say, 8 to 10 minutes, and that is it, done and dusted. How simple is that? I've just checked and my pasta is cooked, so that means my soup is ready. So again, just going to check for seasoning. A little pinch of salt, and that's all it needs. That's it, done and dusted. If you find that your soup over or reduces a little bit too much, don't be afraid to add a little bit more stock. Some people like a wetter soup, some people like it more chunky. As I said, this is almost like half stew, half soup. So tasty. I wish you could smell this now with the beautiful chili, the chorizo, the butter beans. So I'm just going to present this up now into my bowl. Just going to ladle this up. As I said, this is really inaffordable to make. It's really tasty and it's a great dish that you can make ahead of time and either freeze down or you can pop it into the fridge and it'll keep for a few days. So that is the soup. I'll put it to the front. I'm just going to dress that now with some Greek yogurt. That adds a lovely little creamy touch to the soup. Another little blob there. Again, if you put in loads of chili, the Greek yogurt is actually beautiful with that as well. And then tomato and basil is a match made in heaven. So I'm just going to add a nice little sprig of tomato. Here I just have some grilled bread. I like to pop that in as well, and the bread will soak up all those lovely flavours. And a little bit of fresh basil on the side. And I'll just bring this round so you can have a closer look. And that's it, guys. That is my delicious spicy tomato, chorizo and butter bean soup / stew. Again, using the wonderful Kenwood hand blender today. As I said, a really great piece of equipment, and I would recommend it, especially if you are just starting off cooking. It's a really handy tool to have in the kitchen. I hope you enjoyed that recipe, and I hope that you get to make it at home. I'll talk to you soon.